Two Rivers is a winery and event centre in Grand Junction. It's a small winery with a big reputation.
So this is our winery. If you'll notice our wines and the awards that our wines have, we've garnished over 130 medals in the international competition with our wines since we started in six years period of time. And that includes 4 gold medal wines. And the wines that we compete against are international wines.
These competitions include the Pacific Rim International, the Grand Harvest Awards, the Southwest International, the San Diego International, the Eastern International, Critics' Choice International, and the San Francisco International. In addition to expert winemaking, Two Rivers features an event centre and bed and breakfast built in a French country style. The chateau, located in the shadow of the Grand Mesa, is a spectacular location for a weekend getaway, business retreat, class reunion, wedding, or special event.
Yeah, this is our chateau, and it is a event center, conference center, and a bed and breakfast. If you kind of look around this direction on the upper floor, there are 10 sleeping units. We call it the chateau because our winery and our buildings here are more country French, and that is a theme that we have with our wines. When you taste our wines, you're going to notice that they're softer wines, more of a French style of wine actually. And so each one of our sleeping units are named after a French region, so Provence and Montrachet and such. And we have king-size beds in all of our rooms. Some of them are larger and other ones are smaller, but they're all very nicely appointed. This is the main floor of our chateau and the main event area. And then we have several different lounge areas and a boardroom. So these can be used for breakout facilities in the case of a business event where they need to have the breakout facilities, and or it can be used to amass people in here for different kinds of events as well. In fact, anywhere on our project you can go wireless with any of the buildings. You can go wireless on the internet if you need to do that. We also do winemakers dinners, and we'll do seminars, teach people how to taste wines.
Two Rivers produces just 5 varieties of wine with care and attention to detail to ensure quality, consistency, and predictability.
Well, this is our fermentation room, and it is actually where we make wine. And this is all state-of-the-art fermentation.
With production growing each year to the goal of 12,000 cases, Two Rivers sells out of each variety before the next season becomes available. The wines are Chardonnay, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Riesling, and Port.
I would probably try a little bit of each. We would kind of maybe recommend you do the dry wines first and then finish with the sweet wines. This is a Chardonnay that we actually grow, if not all, the majority of the grapes here on property. And it's a little more of a European style in that it's not going to be very heavily dominated by the oak. It's going to be a nice, crisp, kind of fruity wine with a little bit of citrus, maybe some shortbread in the nose, and a really clean finish. So next is going to be Merlot. This is a wine that we grow about 40% of the grapes here on property. The rest of the grapes we get from Palisade, Colorado, which is about 15 miles down the road. That's primarily where all the vineyards are. Look for a nice fruity nose, pretty nice fruity aroma. The cooler the year, usually the better the Merlot is because it has a chance to ripen a little more slowly. We have a lot of access to water in that we have 2 rivers, hence the name of our winery, but we don't have a lot of rainfall. And heavy rainfall right around harvest will cause a swelling of the grapes and will kind of diminish your flavors a little bit. It'll kind of cut the concentration. So it's kind of nice in our regard to have the access to the water without the rainfall.
Right.
The Cabernet that you're getting ready to try is a 2003 Cabernet Sauvignon. It is actually 100% fruit from Palisade. We do grow Cabernet Sauvignon here, but we use it in our port. This Riesling has a nice, it's semi-sweet, a little more of a Johannesburg style. It's got a really nice crispness, really pairs beautifully with Polynesian flavors if you have the spicy and the sweet. So
this is actually rather lovely.
Yeah, well, you know that. Every year we increase our production by, I'd say, at least 25%, and we still manage to run out. So I guess can't complain about selling too much, especially when it's a family business.
Two Rivers wines are available in stores across Colorado and 17 other reciprocal states. You may order online if you're a resident of one of these states. Call 1-866-312-9463 for inquiries. Two Rivers. Visit our vineyard, stay for bed and breakfast, come for a retreat, event or wedding, and fall in love with our wines. Two Rivers Winery.